Good evening, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about the Rockets versus Celtics game last night. Please forgive my outfit. I'm just getting off of work, starting a new job. So if y'all can, please like, comment, and subscribe if you're on YouTube. YouTube, subscribe. Facebook, view this and follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Please press that follow and that like button because y'all are supporting me at the new job, y'all. Support me at the new job by pressing subscribe to me. First and foremost, I got to give a credit to this guy, Kristaps Porzingis. Man, he shot our lights out last night. And I'm trying not to curse, and I need to adopt that. Stop cursing. He shot our lights out last night. But I will say this: one adjustment that we can make, a smart thing that we can do when we see a player that's still moving, instead of going around that screen and trying to fight it, we can absolutely get that turnover by running into the defender, falling down. I know sometimes it may be a flopping penalty that we may get, but when we see those feet being moved, and we notice that tendency is being, I'm talking about Kristaps Porzingis in the first quarter, by the way. Kristaps Porzingis did a moving screen, and if we would have ran into him, we would have definitely got that turnover. So those are some things that we can do by watching film. Those are some things that we can do with our chemistry and defensive IQ, not chemistry, but definitely defensive IQ, and just paying attention, looking at these guys' feet when we're going over screens. We need to be getting turnovers the best way we can, because sometimes we're not stopping them on defense. People coming down and shooting our lights out, and 3-4 times in a row they getting a bucket on us. So we got to find other ways to get stops. I'm liking the aggressiveness that Jalen Green had. He was shooting the ball pretty well. I would say this to Jalen Green: don't lose your confidence, man, if you don't see it starting to fall in from the three-point line. Keep attacking the basket. We got to get better at our free throws. You know, I've been screaming that from the top of my lungs. And, guys, we got to box out, and we got to limit the second chance points. Got to box out for sure. Limit the second chance points, guys. I want to give a special shout-out to our rookies, Amen Thompson and Cam Whitmore. Y'all got y'all's first start of your career. Kudos to y'all. I'm loving to see it. Loving to see it, y'all. Loving to see it. Cam Whitmore, you were scoring, but you weren't Mr. Minutes per game, and I'm not going to hold you to that standard every time that you play, but I definitely got to give a special shout-out to Amen Thompson, playmaking and creating for the team, man. So kudos to Amen Thompson, stepping up while Fred VanVleet was out. Jalen Green, you get the game ball, man. I like to see you hard playing and getting those and ones and attacking that basket. You kind of weaned off of it a little bit towards the end, but I definitely want to see more of you attacking that basket, especially when your shot isn't falling. Another adjustment that I could say for Jalen Green: maybe you want to work on your balance a little more, because sometimes maybe your shot isn't falling. Like, I would say, go to the off-balance shots. Not saying that you can't fade away from the basket or fade in another direction besides going straight up in the air. But let that come whenever you start getting hot and you start feeling the rhythm of the game, the flow of the game. That's when you can fade away a little bit more, or do a wild step back. You see what I'm saying? But let's work on your balance. Let's work on making the form look the same every single time. And then once you get a rhythm, you're able to fade away from the basket. You're able to, do those off-putting shots or those off-balance shots that you do. And I'm not saying to go away from them completely, but just let's build and get consistent with our shot-taking ability. And let's make sure that all of our shots look the same. I'm not saying don't take fadeaways, but if you take a step back three-pointer, make sure you going straight up and down whenever you're shooting the ball. Not step back, I'm fading all the way to the left, fading all the way back, fading all the way to the right. And I understand you need to create space, but I think that's a heavy contributor to you not being able to make that shot, and it's not going in at a high clip, is that you're not shooting it the same every single time. One thing that Ray Allen used to say, I want to make sure that I shoot the same shot every time with my form, the same every time. And you're such a high flyer that it may not be the same shot that you're giving off every time, and that's why you got to work on your jumper. But definitely, you want to be able to shoot the same shot every single time. That's the way it can easily get to be most consistent. And I think that's the way that's going to help you for that shot to go in. I'm not saying don't take the step back three-pointer, because it looks pretty, man. It's just not falling. And it's been a lot of games, so we got to switch something up. Make the shot look more consistent, and then shoot it. You see what I'm saying? Build up to that step back three-pointer. Maybe you need to take a little dribble, like a little crossover or something. Get open, create some space, and then shoot it. Versus taking that step back three-pointer and it's off balance, and then you just kind of fading to the left or fading back, and it's not the same shot every time. And then you go down and you take that same three-pointer in a different way. So let's make sure that that same step back is one way, and we making it consistent. We making it consistent, y'all. So that's all I got to say on the Rockets game versus the Celtics. We had a great game. I guess it was a home game versus an away game. That's why we seem to fight harder than we normally do, especially when it was away. But definitely want to commend the fight and the grit that we showed in that game. We got to keep it up, y'all. Next game that we play is versus the Trailblazers. I'm going to say this, y'all. Y'all better not lose this game. Y'all better not lose this game, y'all. Y'all better not lose this game. And it's at home, too. Y'all show a different level of fight and grit. Y'all better not lose this game. I'm gonna be upset. I'm going to be upset. Y'all better not lose this game. So, Scoot Henderson, I need him to have a tough night, y'all. I need y'all to defend. And I see what y'all are doing now. That's why the three-pointer is kind of going in, especially when those better three-point shooting teams are starting to make them. We sagging off and we helping out in the paint. And I'm not saying that that's not a thing that we need to get away from, right? Because that's what's making us a high-ranking defense. But I would like us to see us clog that paint the way that we've been doing, play solid defense. But I want to see us stay in front of somebody. Let me see somebody take a charge. Let me see somebody do something in terms of sliding the feet and staying in front of the defender. Let me see you rip somebody straight up. Take the ball from them, I mean. So I definitely want to see some defensive improvements, some defensive slides, y'all. Peace. See y'all after the Trailblazers game.